The next thing this lab asks you to do is format your cells, sort ascending, and spell check. So let's take a look at that. When I calculated these formulas, I automatically formatted them, but I'm going to change these back. And I just want to make sure that you know how to format these cells, and this one also. When you format cells, all you can do it one of two ways. You can either highlight everything you want to format. Now, how would we want this formatted? For the cost, of course, we want it dollar signs, right? Well, maybe not. The dollar signs are actually called a counting number format. See, if I click that with the range highlighted, I get the dollar signs. If you don't want the dollar signs, you just want the two decimals, and if it's over $1,000, you want the comma, you would use the comma style. So it's basically the same thing. And then I could format the total as $1, or I could format the tax as $1. Now, you can also highlight the whole column. But look here in column O, if I format this with the dollar sign, look at what it does to your tax. So I'm going to have to go back here on your tax, and of course that's a percentage, so I'm going to click the percentage. Now these are, and I'm going to increase the decimals. These are not the only ways to format cells. If you click on this down arrow to open up the numbering group, and there is a lot of different ways. You can format things by a date. I'm going to get out of here a second, and I want to do this, get to another cell. And now I want to format this cell as a date, and I can format any way that I want to. You know, you can do military time, you can do European time. It's however you want to format it. And this is normally military with the day first. But you can format it with a day a week also. So if I format that with the day of the week and I put 3-10-17, oh, why did I get these ampersand signs? That's the first time you've seen this, huh? Well, all that means is that cell is too narrow. So if I go up here to the top and I double click, it widens it, and there is my February, March 10th, 2017. So look up here in the formula bar. All I have is 3-10-17, and look at what it did here by that formatting. So if I want to decide that widens a column too much, all I really want to do is 3-10-14, or 17, I'm sorry. There's other formats that you have here. You can do the date and time. So there's the time. If you don't put in a time, it's going to put 0 hour. So there's interesting ways that you can format cells. So, and there's also the custom. If you do the custom formatting, what you're going to do is, if you want, I'm going to put in a number here. If your student ID number is always 7 digits, right? So if your student ID number starts with a 0, and say it is 6754325. There we go. Now that's only 6 digits. But say I wanted to show the 7 digits like Fresno City College does. So all I have to do is go to the numbering, go to custom, and up here, the type, you put in 7 digits. Whoop, I put in 8. 7 digits. Click OK, it puts in my leading zeros. You can experiment with some of the other formatting, but there is many different ways. You can do the scientific fractions. You can set it to show fractions. Any of these depends upon what you're doing and what you need to show. Now, how about sorting? Well, I'm going to do this column here, and say I want to sort these names by the first initial. All you do is you highlight the names, but what you really have to be very careful with is when you highlight the names, make sure you highlight the rest of their order. Because if you don't, you're going to mix up the names in the order. All you have to do, once you have the range highlighted, I don't have to include the formulas because those formulas, once again, are relative, and any information I move, it's going to recalculate. So up here on the Home tab, over here in the Editing group, there is a Sort and Filter. So I can sort it A to Z. That would be alphabetical by the first letter. So let's sort it A to Z. So Janet Fresh now is on top, and look, I'm number 4. All the way down, these are sorted alphabetically. And let's see if my numbers stayed the same. $300, $325, everything calculated right. I still have 3 orders. I have 2 salted caramel and 1 oatmeal raisin. So my sort worked fine. Then the last thing here on this video is going to be your spell check. Just like Word, always spell check your documents before you turn anything in, before you submit your work. And you can see here I have the spell checker up here on the quick access bar. But if you don't, remember it is in your Review tab and clear over here at the right in your Proofing group. Or, ooh, I spelled chocolate wrong. Look at there. So I want to spell it, look at my options, and I want it to be chocolate. And the rest of mine is all fine. Okay. So always check your spelling. I will mark down if I find spelling errors, even if it's not on the grading sheet. So that's it for this one.